Here we are at Navigant Credit Union, headquartered right here in Smithfield. Let's talk with Gary Furtado, President and CEO. Gary, great to be here. Very impressive building. And while walking through it, I couldn't help but notice some of the pictures very, very old. You guys aren't exactly new kids on the block.
Al, we're not. March 29th, next month, we'll be 100 years old, a century old.
100 years. Does that make you the oldest credit union in Rhode Island?
It does. We are the oldest credit union in Rhode Island, and we are probably the 6th or 7th oldest credit union in the United States.
Very humble beginnings. I understand it started in a Catholic church, and you were there to provide financial assistance to maybe immigrant workers in the community?
I wasn't there, but the credit union was. Yes, we started at Notre Dame Parish, right on Broad Street in Central Falls. French Canadians immigrated from Canada, obviously, and in those days, not a lot different than today, where some parts of society having a tough time getting banking services. So they all formed together, formed a savings society / credit union.
The credit union started out as Central Falls Credit Union, but now it's called Navigant. Okay, explain that.
Well, 1995, we opened our first branch in Cumberland Hill, Cumberland. Then we expanded in other branches in other communities, moved our headquarters to Smithfield here in 2005. Then we realized that we couldn't be tied geographically to only one area when we had branches in different communities. And in April of 2007, changed our name from Credit Union Central Falls to Navigant Credit Union.
You say expansion. Exactly how much?
Well, we are in 13 communities, 13 branches, and we have 64,000 members. We call our customers members. And here we are 100 years later. 1915, we were $22,000 in assets. And here we are today, $1.5 billion in assets. As I tell all our employees, the communities that we're in have been very good to us, so we need to be good to them also.
I know how committed Navigant's been in doing charitable work in the community. I've witnessed firsthand events that you've sponsored, like the Heart Ball, Little Sisters of the Poor, but you go above and beyond.
We do try, Al. Obviously, in all the communities that we're in, we sponsor all the Little League teams, we sponsor all the soccer teams, but we do some other things in the communities. A few examples, the Museum of Work and Culture in Woonsocket, we're a sponsor of, big sponsor of Special Olympics here, and also public safety things. We've bought boats for the town of Cumberland, for the city of Woonsocket, and in my hometown of Warren, we've actually bought radar detectors and defibrillators for the police department. So we do try to help in every community that we're in.
So if I get caught in that speed trap, I can call you?
You can call me, yeah. It won't help, but you can call me.
So it's not about just sponsoring events when you say you're good to the community. It's perhaps educating people on basic financial issues like balancing a checkbook?
So we do almost a three-pronged approach. We send our employees, our V-Force employees, into the schools to teach banking, to teach savings, to teach credit, and to teach things like balancing a checkbook. We also are involved in the EverFi program, which is a computerized education that are in high schools. And also we do what they call a CU for reality for middle schools. The middle school student will pick a profession that they hope to be in, and we see how much money they would make in that profession, have real-world budgeting, and how much they can spend their money.
So if everyone could pass Financial 101, you wouldn't need overdraft protection.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Now, some of the growing pains that come along with running a credit union this size, now you have 13 branches, you've got to keep up with the Joneses, the latest technology. I understand that was quite a process. We
have all the products that every other bank would have in mobile banking, bill pay, internet banking, but also branches with teller windows, so you can walk up and transact the business right there.
Now, we know about the first 100 years come March 29th.
Right.
But what's Navigant's vision for the next 100?
I think it doesn't change. I think we still try to be the community partner in the communities we're in. I still think we have to do some slow and steady growth plans around Rhode Island where we go next. So I don't see it as a big difference what we did before. I think it's a continuation of what we've been doing. We'll continue to be successful in the next 100 years as long as we continue to treat our employees and our members as family and continue to be good to the communities that are good to us.
There we have it, Navigant Credit Union, not just any financial institution. Local and been that way for 100 years. Great in the community and great to the people that work there. Another business Rhode Island can call its own and be very proud of. Gary, thank you.
Al, thank you very much.